captain. So climb aboard. We'll search for tomorrow. On every show. And I'll try. Oh Lord, I'll try to
Hey, and welcome to episode 17 of the Set Sail podcast, brought to you by podcastinsights.com. My name is Ross, and today we are going to be talking about podcast interview software to record remotely. So these work great for recording interviews, or if you have a co-host who's not nearby and you want to easily be able to record your conversations and have great audio quality in the process. That's what these various softwares we're going to go over are excellent for. And you can basically think of them, so you can use Skype as a way to talk with people online. And there's also some ways to record Skype. And I think they might have added an internal way to do that, or they're working on it, something like that. But it works. It's just the audio quality isn't great. And the issue when you're recording the Skype is that the audio quality that you record is going to be what you hear on your end. So if you ever get those dropouts or kind of that staticky sound, that will be recorded and there's no way to fix it and really nothing you can do about it. These services that we're going to go over, they're great because they'll actually record both sides of the conversation separately. So, your computer, it'll record your voice, and then the person you're talking to, it will record their voice locally, upload it to the cloud, I guess, and then kind of piece it together. And then you can have those files either as one file or separate files, depending on the service and the plans you choose. So then you don't have to worry about the internet dropping out. It'll still record perfectly. So that's huge benefit to some of these services. Let's get into it. So first we have Zencastr. That's Zencastr. So it's missing that E at the end. And they actually have an awesome free plan that lets you record up to 8 hours a month for up to 2 guests in an MP3 format. And then if you really want to kind of step it up and get even higher quality audio quality, then you can get a lossless WAV file on the $20 a month plan. And also with that plan, you'll be able to record unlimited guests, save unlimited recordings. They have a soundboard, so you can have upload music or ads, anything, little bumpers, stuff like that, and just click a button and it'll play kind of right in your recording. So that saves a lot of time with editing. So those little features kind of make your whole workflow just easier. And I really like how their system works. You send your guest an invite link, and then everything is basically configured through the browser. It's easy for them to connect, easy for you to manage and stop the recording and restart recording, all that stuff. You can also connect to Dropbox. So that's actually how I manage a lot of my audio files, is I'll have everything saved in Dropbox. It's just a good way to have a backup in case anything happens too. So with Zencastr, you can automatically have it sync right to there, and then you can access it from whatever computer you need to, and you'll have a backup. And then they also adjust the output levels as well, so that it matches the recommended settings from Apple Podcasts or Google. I think they minus 16 LUFS or minus 19, I think, is the default in Zencastr, but you can adjust those as well. So awesome way to get started. And then another one that I am a big fan of, and I actually have a discount for, if you'd like, is Ringr. And they also drop the E in the end of the name, so it's RINGR. And they have 2 plans. $7.99 a month for a basic plan and $18.99 a month for their premium plan. And really the big benefits of the the premium version are conference calling, so you can have more than two people, so more than just you and a guest. So if you need, if you have a remote co-host and a guest, you'll probably need to be on that premium plan. Or if you want to have kind of a roundtable discussion, or just any time where you might need 3 or more people, you'll need that. And then kind of another nice benefit with Ringer, and this kind of sets them apart from some of the other services, is that they have both iOS and Android apps, so that your guest can actually use those apps and call in from their phones. And this can be great for people who kind of maybe are busier, can't be stuck at a desk, or if it's hard to schedule with someone, and you need to catch them in the airport or something. It's easy to do for them, or even for you. So all plans have unlimited calls, storage, and they also have a green room feature. So it just lets you basically chat with the people you're about to talk to before you start recording. So you can give them kind of a little prep or a little heads up, say, hey, we're about to start. And what's nice about that is that you can, it really cuts down on the editing, so you don't have to cut the beginning as you have your kind of intro, small talk chat. You can just go right into the interview, have the exact audio that you need, and you're done, basically. So really cool. They have a nice email that tells people how to join, gives them instructions, tells them that they should use a external microphone. So nice little tips, and I believe you can customize that info that goes out too. And so if you sign up for an annual plan, I actually have a 25% discount. You can find all the info for this stuff at setsailpodcast.com/17, and you'll see all the links there. Let's move on. So we have CleanFeed, and this service, it was free for a while, and I think they've continued to develop it, and now they have some different plans that are free and paid. And so they actually say that they don't do the remote uploading and syncing. They do something a little different, just to clarify that. But it basically works the same way as these other services. You add people to your call. You can add multiple people, and then you can adjust your input settings and microphone controls and all that stuff. It even has an audio repair portion. So do all that, and then it's a real basic, simple dashboard, easy to use. I'm actually a big fan of that. When I played with it a while back, when it was free. So check it out. CleanFeed is the name of that one. And then there's another one called Clearcast, and this one was actually created by the Art of Manliness podcast hosts, because they had the problem of needing a better way to record besides using Skype. So as you can see, there's a number of services now, but when they created this, I believe there weren't any or very many at the time. And so they really focused on the audio quality. You get 320 kilobytes per second, 44.1 kilohertz MP3s at every pricing tier, which is really high quality MP3. And then for free, you can try it out for 20 minutes. And then you'll need to pay $25 a month to get 10 hours of recording. And if you need more than that, it is $40 a month to get 40 hours of recording per month. So I don't see it mentioned or advertised or talked about a whole lot. And considering some of the other services like Zencastr will give you a lossless WAV file, I don't know that that's necessarily worth the cost there, because maybe before some of these other services came out it was, but now I just kind of include it for just a completeness, I guess. And then we're going to move on to Cast, and this one is sort of a combo service. So it lets you record, edit, and publish. So it's basically an audio workstation, a recording service, and a podcast host all in one. And it's actually, it looks really nice. They have a nice kind of clean interface. They just recently added Dropbox syncing, and the pricing is reasonable. They have a hobby tier at $10 a month for 10 hours of recording and a single RSS feed. And then the pro level is $30 a month for 100 hours of recording. And then you can create as many RSS feeds as you want. And it adds that Dropbox syncing service. So really cool, kind of sweet. If you want an all-in-one platform that you can do everything from the web. So it's all web-based. If you don't want to deal with downloading software, if you're on different computers, stuff like that, it's an awesome way to go. Kind of keeps things simple. And I actually don't hear it mentioned a whole lot when people are mentioning podcast hosting platforms and things like that. So yep, check out Cast if that sounds interesting to you. And then I actually listed another one that's sort of more of a Dropbox alternative, or not Dropbox, Skype alternative. It's called Zoom. A lot of people will use it for video conferencing and video calls because their quality, video chat quality is some of the best out there. And they have a feature that lets you record audio, but just like Skype, recording, it only records your local version. So it's not a great service to sign up for if you're just wanting to use it for podcasting. But if you already have access to it, you can record calls with it, and it might be a good way to get started without purchasing another one of these software. So I just want to let you know that is an option out there. And finally, we have one called IPDTL, and they really market themselves as an ISDN line replacement. So those are common in radio stations where they need to do remote calls. So they, they advertise themselves as a more professional broadcast recording replacement. So they have a ton of different tiers. They have video recording on their highest tier. They do stereo recording, kind of some different stuff. So probably a little higher priced than most people will want to get into. But if you are, doing some real high volume or high quality shows with, interviews with some well-known people, if you're interviewing the president, maybe you want to go with a service like this that that really sets the standard for that. But I haven't used it personally, so I don't know how much better it is than all these other services. And I have tried all the others. So that wraps up my roundup of the remote interviewing software that's out there. So you can go to setsailpodcast.com/17 and you'll get to the page with all the details here, links to any discounts that you might need, and definitely check that one out. Also, before we wrap up, I'm using a new product that Cloud Microphones sent me called the Cloudlifter Z, and it basically gives you extra gain in your dynamic microphone. So you actually have to turn on phantom power, and it gives you actually has the option of giving you about 20 or 10 decibels of extra gain. Makes your audio interface or mixer not have to work as hard, so it increases the audio quality quite a bit, and it also has a high pass filter on it. So it's called the Cloudlifter Z. Just want to let you know that I added that to my setup, and we'll be doing a bunch more. I have a ton of microphones to review and try out, so we'll give those a try, and talk to you soon. Thanks.